Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports. It's me, Joe, and back with more fascinating news and stories. And this one is coming from Italy after the Portuguese news as well. It comes out of Italy yesterday about the San Siro Stadium, one of the most iconic stadiums in world football. And I'm just going to read you the article as well in a minute from Gazzetta dello Sport. San Siro Stadium, there's been an agreement in place for the local council to sell the stadium to the Milan clubs, AC Milan and Inter Milan, and it looks like that the stadium will be de- demolished and a new one built in its place by 2031 in time for the 2032 Euros, with UEFA deeming the San Siro Stadium, despite how iconic it is, not good enough to host the, or not meeting requirements, should say, to host games at the tournament, which is a crying shame. So the mayor of Milan says agreement with the Milan and Inter for the sale of San Siro included the mayor of Milan to RTL formalities, the handshake with the clubs on the Piazza Stadium, which is actually called the Piazza Stadium, but San Siro is the area, so it's named San Siro after the area as well. Tomorrow, i.e. today, as I film this video, because this article was written on Tuesday, 16th of September, pass, tomorrow passage in the council of the decision on the sale of clubs to come in the city council, perhaps on Thursday, 25th, they reckon will be when the deal is done. And the municipality of Milan takes 14 million from the contribution to I can't even say it, Rossinieri and Nerazzurri, so I apologise there for getting that wrong, but it says if all goes well tomorrow, as in today, as I film this video, we should go to the council because in fact we have reached an agreement with the club. The mayor of Milan, Giuseppe Sala, confirmed to RTL uh, on the agreement for the San Siro. It was signed 2 months ago, apparently, evidently reiterated in the last tormented few weeks. The municipality and the two clubs have come to the agreement of the sale of the Miazza Stadium and the surrounding areas for 497 million, with the participation of the municipality in some of the costs. So it says the junta, which means what happens now. So what happens now is the first steps in the discussion is with the city council. So Sally reveals that a date be issued uh, possibly today. I've not heard anything yet at the time of recording this video, so they believe it will be Thursday the 25th. Uh, so there will be no problems for supporters of the stadium as well. Uh, the most delicate step rather will be in the next 2 weeks when it's discussed with the council, and they believe that the majority will we hold here. So whether he says Mayor Salah is in favour of the sale of the stadium to the football club and the construction of a new stadium in the area of the current parking lots, but the majority is split. So will the vote be in favour, for or against? It's a bit of a interesting one on whether that will happen. 14 million discount apparently. In short, the stadium has received besides the days. If the council rejects the sale to the clubs, then San Siro will remain standing, perhaps with both clubs going to San Donato to build new grounds. But on the other hand, the council says, yes, a series of appeals from people against the sale of the stadium may take place, and Inter Milan are not on balance for now, they are together. They might be rivals on the pitch, but they're together off the pitch in this situation. And the pact between the municipality and the clubs, and they've decided the municipality to try and help the deal along. In the last few days, have reduced by 14 million from 36 million to 22 million the costs of the reclamation and demolition of the ground. Euro 2032 is on the horizon, and it will be hosted in Italy and Turkey. But the the mayor of Milan has said that it needs to be ready. A new stadium does on that site for 2031 because UEFA has said that it will not consider the San Siro for that tournament, and that's basically the main reason why the two clubs want to build a buy the stadium and build a new stadium on its site. I think it's big news for the world of football. I think it's in a day and age where a lot of stadiums look alike nowadays. Big bowls. San Siro stands proud and iconic with its shape and architecture and that red struts across the roof as well. And I think it's a crying shame that we'll lose that stadium in a couple of years' time. I'm hoping that if they do build a new stadium on that site, that they honour it in some way. Maybe even just try and build a replica of it, in one way or another. In my opinion, that's what they need to do. But unfortunately, I don't think that will happen. I think, unfortunately, we'll see a whole new build, a whole new design. I think it's big for the Milan clubs, 85,000 capacity stadium. And I think it'd be interesting to see what they design. I remember a couple of years ago there was plans for a stadium called the Cathedral. I don't know whether those designs will progress or whether it'll be completely different designs or what the clubs plan to do. But for me, the San Siro Stadium is an iconic stadium. I hope to visit it very, very soon before it disappears. It's on my list of stadia to go to, and it's one of the powerhouses and most iconic stadiums in the game. And I think it's a crying shame that it'll be gone. But I think in terms of the two clubs, I think uh, it's big that they have a venue fitting for the two giants that they are. I know Milan have struggled, AC Milan have struggled in recent years, and Inter Milan making it to European finals, but both clubs deserve a venue fitting for it. And if they can't redo the San Siro, which is a shame, then obviously building a new stadium on the site is what they would do. I think in terms of the process, I think it'll probably get passed through quite quickly. I think. Uh, I don't think the deal would have been agreed to sell the stadium unless, you know, formalities were pretty much done silently in the background. I think this is pretty much a done deal. I think we'll hear about it in the coming weeks, and then in a few years' time we'll have a new stadium on that site. I'm just hoping that they can keep some of the architecture the same. I think it's apparently it's more due to don't get rid of the San Siro is due to the cost of renovation and the fact that it's very difficult for them to build uh, onto the area. The area needs a regeneration, the whole area, not just the stadium itself. So it's easier just to to rip it all down and start afresh, which is sad. It's in area in football, lost to Vincente Calderon a few years back. I think the Wanda Metropolitano is a wonderful, wonderful stadium architecturally, but yeah, it probably lacks the same history and soul as the Vincente Calderon. Goodison Park has gone in recent months. Obviously, it's home to the women's team now, but and had to move into Randy Moore, but it still seems a bit weird. Tottenham Hotspur seem to have got it just about right with White Hart Lane. I like the architecture of White Hart Lane, there's something about it, but their new stadium done very well. West Ham leaving Upton Park and going to another stadium has not worked, so they need to be careful. They don't want to do a West Ham. There's a few stadiums across Europe. I'm not gonna. I'll be sat here all evening if I rattle them off. But yeah, I think it's a shame that a lot of the unique architecture is going, and you see the new camp. That's been being well, it's delayed, but it will be redone. I'm not really convinced by the plans for the new one. I just think it lacks the uniqueness and style of the old new camp. It's just another metallic bowl. The Bernabeu looks impressive on the inside, but externally the architecture is not right. It looks like an air fryer, and I just hope that these two clubs, when they do inevitably build that new stadium, they keep some unique architecture in there and pay homage to the San Siro. If they don't create a stadium that looks basically exactly identical, but no, I think it's a big decision for the world of football, big decision for the two Milan clubs, a big move for the area itself, and be interested to see what unfolds in the coming weeks and years in the decision that the San Siro Stadium has been sold to the Milan clubs pending approval from the local council there in Milan. So yeah, let us know your thoughts of the San Siro. Let us know your memories if you've got any in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport for more sports content, and we'll see you all soon.